Hey there, it's Ashton Cartwright from PaidAuthor.com and also from Ashton Publishing Group. We've just done a free promotion for one of my authors, and it was for this collection here, the romance collection, and you can see here it's $0, and we managed to hit #1 in the Kindle store on the free list. So it's the #1 most downloaded book on Amazon today. I just thought I'd talk for a moment about how we did that. There's actually a few things involved. We've hit the #1 spot. Maybe this will be the third time in the last couple of months for various different books and different authors. And each time we've done that, we've used the same strategy and the same sort of system. So the first thing that's important is the genre you're in. You can write the best book in the whole world about how to look after a pet fish, or about hairstyles of 2016, and it's just not going to hit the #1 spot because there's not enough people that are interested. You can definitely hit the #1 spot in a subcategory, say pet care or hairstyles or what have you, but to hit #1 on the entire store, you really need to be in a big genre. This one's romance, of course, which is probably the biggest genre at the moment. Other good ones are thrillers and action adventure. They can do really well also. So as long as you're in a big genre, the second thing that you need, absolutely must have, is a good looking cover. Now this one here is actually a collection of 3 books. Each of the books have their own cover, but we've had them merge into a 3-dimensional cover there, just to show that it's several books rather than just one extra long one. I think it's like 884 pages in total. So as long as your cover's good and you're in a big enough genre, the next thing that's important is to have some reviews. People will take a chance on a new author if it's free, but they're much more likely to take that chance if there is some other people there saying, yes, we've tried it and this author's good. At the moment we've got 21 reviews for this particular collection, and we're sitting at about 4.6 out of 5 stars. Which is fine. It's pretty much impossible to sit on a permanent 5-star result, but anything above 4 stars is going to give you credibility. So I'll just show you, these are the results for today. So this is the free borrows, obviously none until today when it went free. We've had 45,000 free downloads in the first 24 hours. Now we'll run this promotion for the full 5 days. The theory being that now that we've hit the #1 spot, we'll get more and more readers downloading the book just because it's #1. And from that perspective, even if you download the same number of books but only hit the #2 spot, you're going to get less overall over the 5-day period. Just because a lot of people go #1, I'll give it a try. Okay, so we've got a big genre, we've got a nice cover, we've got some reviews, and how do we get the exposure? And this is our site, PaidAuthor.com, where we list a lot of the things we do. And we've got a list of all the promotions groups that I've used for this particular promotion and that I use for most free promotions that any of my authors do. The first one here is BookBub. Now BookBub is the most well-known promotions group in the industry. They've got over 3 million Facebook fans, almost 3 million Facebook fans, and they've got millions and millions of email subscribers. And all these people have joined BookBub just to be notified when a book in their genre is on sale or free. So these are people that are looking for bargains and looking to try out someone new. Now they've got various pricings depending on, firstly, how much your book is going to be. If your book's going to be free, you're towards the lower end of the pricing, and also based on what genre you're in. The bigger genre has more, like romance, for example, is one of their biggest genres with lots and lots and lots of subscribers, so you get more exposure, so they charge a little bit more. A smaller category like humor, for example, might only have 5% of the subscribers that romance does, so they charge less for that. Another thing I should mention, all these promotions groups we use, we've had them all promote on the exact same day. Now, it used to be authors would stagger their promotions, and that was fine. But if you want to hit the #1 spot, you really have to go all in, so to speak. You get all your promotions, have them all trigger the exact same day, and then that pushes you as far up the rankings as you can. And then you can rely on being high on the rankings for the remainder of your 5-day promotional period. Assuming you promote for 5 days, but that's usually the best plan. So we use BookBub. We also use FreeBooksy. FreeBooksy is fantastic. I've used them for pretty much every promotion I do. They're a lot easier. They've got guidelines as well, so they won't accept anyone. You have to still be a quality book with a quality cover, and well edited and stuff like that. BookBub accepts about 20% of books submitted to them, so you expect to get knocked back once or twice if you submit to BookBub. FreeBooksy tends to accept, I'm not sure exactly, but it's closer to 80% of things that are submitted to them. FreeBooksy is smaller than BookBub, but they're still one of the biggest in the industry. Incidentally, if you do want to try FreeBooksy out, there's a promo code that they've kindly offered to our readers here at PaidAuthor.com, and it's PaidAuthor-5. So it'll give you a 5% discount on any promotion package you do through them, which all adds up. The other promotions group we use is Books Butterfly. They promote both paid and free books. Excuse me. In this instance, we just used the free book promotion network, and they're fantastic because they actually offer a refund if you don't get the proper amount of downloads. Like some of their packages might guarantee 5,000 downloads, for example, for a free book, and if you don't hit that, and you only get, say, 2,500 downloads, they'll give you a 50% refund because you fell 50% short. So there's basically no risk when using someone like that because you'll get your money back if it doesn't work out. Another one that offers a refund if you don't hit your target is Free Book Service. These guys have about 800,000 subscribers. They're a touch more expensive dollar for dollar. I think we used the 10,000 downloads or your money back service here, and it was about $300. And all these things seem expensive, and they are, but they're well worth it because you'll make your money back real quick. I'll get to how that works in a moment. Another big group, 100 Free Books, OHFB. They've got over 200,000 fans on Facebook, so they're excuse me, they're well worth getting involved with if you can get accepted by them. eReader News Today. Now they're really big, but they are harder to get approved in, and like most of these groups, they've got a bit of a waiting list. So if you want to have a free promotion, it's best to book it at least a couple of weeks in advance, particularly for BookBub or FreeBooksy. They only promote a limited number of books in each genre, and once they're gone for that particular day. So eReader News Today is another good one. BookSends is kind of a newer group, but they're very effective. They've got over 120,000 people on their mailing list. And one of the interesting things with BookSends is if you're doing a free promotion with them and you're an Amazon associate, you can use your Amazon associate's tracking ID, and they'll put that in their email, so you can see exactly how many people have clicked on or downloaded books through their promo. I usually get thousands and thousands when I go through them, so I highly recommend BookSends. Robbins Reads is another one we went through. A little bit smaller, but a rapidly growing and pretty effective promotions group. BookKitty's the cheapest one here. It's a linked group of Facebook bloggers. I think it's $5. Yep, $5. And you'll get promoted on 5 Facebook pages. I love my e-reader. I like books. I love reading. Love books and BookKitty. So that's a good deal. The e-reader cafe. They've been around for a long time, and they're really well known in the industry. They've got 80,000 Facebook fans, and they've also got an email subscription list. Free Kindle Books and Tips. Again, they've been around for ages. They're very author-centered in that if you join their email list yourself, you can get lots of updates about how the industry is going and things like that. They've got 600,000 people between their reading app, as well as their Twitter accounts and their Facebook pages. So they're well worth using. And Ebooks, another newish sort of one, kind of small, only 8,000 Facebook fans so far, but they're very cheap as well, maybe $15. And like I say, when you're going for the #1 spot, get as many groups as you can. Everyone you can, put them all on the same day, and that'll push you as high as you can. Even if you don't hit #1, even if you only use, let's say you don't get into BookBub or Free Booksy turns you down, you can still push way into the top 100 on Amazon with the other groups. It's just a case of, if you use them all the same day, you can hit that #1 spot. Now, a lot of people ask, what's the benefit of spending this money? I think we spent $800 or $900 on this promotion to give away, at the moment, 45,000 books, but we'll probably, by the end of the 5-day period, it'll probably be 70 or 80,000 books we would have given away. There's plenty of benefit. Firstly, obviously, you get exposure. 70,000 people reading your books is a huge number, and if you have other books, there's a good chance that they'll move on to those other books. Even if you don't have other books, we've found that particularly if you're in KDP, so Kindle Unlimited, the Kindle Unlimited pages read will go through the roof after a big successful free promotion. We ran a promotion and hit #1 in December for a similar genre, and the month before that we had perhaps 100,000 pages read of that book, which is fine. It's worth about $500 or something, nothing to sneeze at. But after we did this promotion, I think we spent a similar $800 or $900 on promotion, hit #1 on the free list. I think we ended up with 63,000 downloads over the 5-day period. But that month, we got 1.3 million pages read for this book. And that's sort of $5,000 or $6,000 there. So even though you're investing a lot of money up front, it comes back to you, is what I'm excuse me, is what I'm trying to say. It's well worth it, and if I could do this sort of promotion every day of the week, I would, and I'd be the most successful person in the whole universe. It's just that good. I know it makes a lot of people uneasy, and it's probably not for everyone. If it's your first book, you may want to wait a little while till you've got more of a back catalogue and you can be sure that your book's the best it can be. But honestly, this sort of promotion is the best promotion you can do, is giving your book away, particularly if it's in one of the bigger genres. Anyway, that is all for me. What I'm going to do is, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll add the link to this list of books down the bottom. If you're watching it somewhere else, the link's not there, just type in PaidAuthor.com and it'll take you to our homepage, and you can find this list at the top. Thanks very much. I hope that was helpful, and I wish you all the best with your book promotions. Cheers.